Please welcome Mr. Philip Harper. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's my great pleasure to be here this weekend.
I'm Philip Harper. I'm the musical director of Corey Band in Wales in the UK, and I'm also a composer and arranger, and I'm the music editor of Right and Round music publishers. Brilliant, yeah, that's fantastic. Right, who's playing the top A?
Me.
Did you play then?
No.
Okay. 2 and 3. And I was with Eric in Valborg Band in Switzerland just over a year ago and got to know him, and we were talking a lot about Brass Band Schoonhoven, and it was through Eric that the invitation came really to work with the band, and I was delighted. A band that I've admired for a long time, only ever kind of seen them in contests and concerts, and so yeah, it was my great delight to accept the invitation. From the moment I arrived, the band was well focused, and the sound was really good, and so we've just been kind of looking a little bit deeper into the piece and finding ways where I can just kind of add value. Ivan sent me in the last week a couple of times when the band had run the piece through, just so I could assess what kind of level the band was at.
Ja. Mensen voor deze gaat vannacht of morgen vroeg naar Engeland, hè? Dus,
So that was really interesting to hear the recordings and follow through with the score, and then Ivan and Robert have been there all day yesterday, kind of helping me and advising me on various bars when we come across, well, what were you trying to achieve in this bar and how are we going to do this? And yeah, it's been a real kind of collaborative effort. The test piece is Old Licks Bluesed Up by Torstein Aagaard-Nilsen, a Norwegian composer. Wow, what an interesting piece, and at times completely crazy, bonkers piece as well, which is very typical of Aagaard-Nilsen's music. But of course the musical language uses music from the blues and rock and even heavy metal at one point, I think.
I can only hear one thing when I hear this, which is the electric guitar with one of those.
I always find it fascinating and really a pleasure to visit other bands in their own band rooms. And yeah, I even spotted one picture from, I don't know what, the 90s maybe, with the band, and there on the right hand side was Mark Wilkinson, who's now principal cornet at Foden's, and a very young looking Glyn Williams, who is of course now my principal euphonium at Corey. So yeah, it's always interesting to see familiar faces from years gone by on the walls of other bands' band rooms. Yeah, I really enjoyed the event on Saturday night. It was great to have 9 bands all come together from different sections, all playing their test piece in preparation for the big day next weekend. And of course, it's great practice for the bands to kind of put the uniform on and go into a performance space with the lights dimmed and everything. It's just, you know, it really gives a sense of performance, which is so useful in preparation for a pressurized contest situation. So I'm sure the bands will have benefited greatly from just going through the experience, and I really enjoyed listening to them with the scores and providing some written feedback as well. So yeah, it was a great event. Everyone who's listening to our storytelling is like, oh right, that's the character that's grumpy and, you know, plays low notes and going, there's the apple there, isn't it, bar 251? You've got the apple there, just as the potion is working. Okay, enter Snow White, accompanied by the apple, and then, as we all know, at the end of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, she pulls out an electric guitar and she plays some heavy metal at the end. So to all the bands involved in the MBK next weekend, I wish you the best of luck. Please make sure that you deliver your best performance on stage, and that will give the adjudicators the easiest job then to sort out the winning bands and the bands which are going to go away disappointed this year. But whatever happens on the result, make sure you enjoy your performance and give of your best on the day.